Welcome to Durham College's Student Academic Learning Service video on the size of life, organisms to atoms. After watching this video, learners will be able to describe and differentiate the biological levels of organization from the organism to the atom in terms of relative size and level. Learners will also be able to list the organ systems found in humans. Starting off at the biggest level, we have an organism. This is probably the most familiar level to you, as it is the whole person in the case of humans. An individual, an organism, is made up of several organ systems. These play a variety of roles within the body, some of which may be familiar to you. For example, the nervous system contains the brain and nerves. This system collects information from the outside world, processes it in the brain, and then allows us to respond. There are many organ systems in the human body, including the integumentary or skin system, the cardiovascular system, the digestive system, the reproductive system, the muscular system, the skeletal system, the lymphatic system, the urinary system, the respiratory system, and finally the endocrine system. Let's take a closer look at one of these systems, the cardiovascular system. We can see that the cardiovascular system is made up of a variety of different organs. One of those organs is the heart. Two others include the arteries and the veins. The entire system is made up of these different organs collectively. They all work together in order to transfer blood around the entire body. However, if we look at just one organ, for example the heart is an individual organ within this system. It is separate from the arteries, which are separate again from the veins. The heart's purpose is to pump blood. In order to do so, it's made up of a number of tissues. The first is connective tissue, like adipose or fat. The second, muscle tissue, in this case cardiac muscle. The third is epithelial tissue in the form of serous membrane. And finally, connective tissue, blood. Let's look a little bit closer at just one of these tissues, the cardiac muscle tissue. Zooming in, we can see that this tissue is made up of the same kind of cell, muscle cells. They might not look identical, but they all have generally the same structure and function. Looking at just one individual cell, we can see that each cell has a nucleus, cell membrane, cytoplasm within it. And if we zoom in on the cell membrane, we can see that it's made up of a number of different chemicals. There are proteins, lipids, carbohydrates, and fats as well. These are all considered macromolecules. Looking at just the lipid bilayer, we can see that there are many fats or lipids that make up the two layers of the cell membrane. One individual lipid, shown here, actually looks like this. It's made up of a variety of atoms. And so now we've gotten to the smallest level that we're going to look at in this video, the atomic level of the macromolecules. There are a variety of atoms here. There's hydrogens and carbons and oxygens and so on that make up this macromolecule. Learners should now be able to describe and differentiate the biological levels of organization from the organism to the atom in terms of relative size and level. Also, they should be able to list the organ systems in humans. Are you still confused? Do you have any more questions? Please feel free to contact us to make an appointment with a SALS science specialist. You can reach us by phone at 905-721-2000, extension 2491, or by email at sals@durhamcollege.ca. Please help us gather feedback to improve the service we provide in student academic learning services. If you're viewing this presentation online, please email us any suggestions you have to improve the experience at sals@durhamcollege.ca.